Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with Overwatch 2, and it is the last stream of the year, mainly because the case of the year ends on Thursday. Now guys, there will be a video out Thursday. There'll be the Monster Hunter video, which will be the last for the week, and potentially the last Monster Hunter video until I get to ruining her Gigante. At time of streaming, I've not made no more progress. I plan to essentially, sort of mass hunt, just go on a mad spree of you're going down. Now, we are going to try and get into gold. I'm going to do a game comp, and if I get back into gold before the end of the year, great. Then I won't be doing no comp. Also, guys, for those who... Why don't you click on the right button? Those who are wondering, any Christmas themed event, I think, ends soon. Which makes sense. Although, to be fair, guys, slight bit of criticism. They went for a winter themed event, which made sense. It was coming out like in December. But there's still 41 days, so there's still like roughly about 5 weeks. Which means, yes, January's still kind of, winter. So it kind of still makes sense, but it's all like Christmassy themed, and I'm sorry, but who wants to still be going, why the fact is Overwatch still advertising Christmas? I don't think they will. I think it will just be a case of this is just a winter themed battle pass. Because there was nothing particularly like Christmassy with it. Like the Genji skin is just more white and blue. Vengeance is just more white, blue, and gold. Soldiers again is just white, blue, and I potentially want to say grey and some bits of gold accent. Again, Symmetra's white, blue, like it's just basically white, blue, and gold color schemes. Except Alari, which seems more grey, blue, brown, white, and in an ice color, like a very light blue. Same for Reaper. Those would be the more Christmassy themed ones, and even then, I don't think more Christmassy with them because I think ice, I think snow, I think Christmas. Traces them back to the the white and blue color scheme, and throw them finishes on it.
Choose your map.
A control map. I need a win, and quite frankly, I'd rather a control point. Also, guys, sorry stream was late. I was basically watching someone on TikTok for the last hour. Normally she does stream a lot earlier, but I should have probably. Granted, none of my business why, but she didn't stream until 9, and that's like, well, this will finish just before 10, so that's fine.
Choose heroes to ban.
I don't want to see Zarya, I do not want to see Mei, and I do not want to see Life Weaver. Symmetra, Sombra, Zarya, and I'm gonna say potentially Mei. Zarya's been mentioned a couple times, Sombra got mentioned a few times. Mercy, Venter, damn, and Sombra. Okay. May have been mentioned twice, but Mercy, Venter, they both been mentioned at once. No, I want it actually. That map is kind of easier.
Select
Yeah, I'm pulling it now. Who wants this break? But yeah, guys, this is the last content that comes out before the end of the year, because the next will be Monster Hunter on Thursday, and then Craftmon on Friday, which I didn't get that, guys, I will say now, before the video comes out, I went into the video thinking, I can get everything I need done.
Make sure you're ready.
And
Who knows what we'll find out.
unless I decide to record additional content, which I very much doubt, and I know for a fact I'm not going to, I got about half what I needed to do.
5,
there's also some stuff that, you know, like, guys, like usual, there's stuff that you also need to do in between episodes. But, like, guys, things that I typically do in between episodes are, you know, digging out the actual rooms and all that. If I'm building something like a cave. Yeah, I didn't completely dig all the way one out, and I basically just had to, you know, finish the episode. And that's a bit pit, because guys, at the minute, the footage is not being edited. Which means I'm saying a bunch of things that's like, hold on, wait a minute. Am I just gonna have me willingly digging out a room in the episode? It's like, no, that's probably gonna end up getting cut. Because guys, I don't know if it's all YouTubers, but like me, it's like, I'm me specifically. I can 9 times out of 10 go into something and be like, yeah, this is more likely not going to be in the video. Like, there's some certain fights in Monster Hunter where it'll get to a point where I'm like, yeah, no, like, Ebony O'Dogon and Shari Cloud. Not much of that fight was actually in the episode. In episode 20, the grinding. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's like, I will honestly say now, episode 20, episode 21 are going to be very similar of, I need to get master rank up. And I know it's not as fun as me willingly being like, okay, so I'm going to go and hunt this new thing. Now, technically speaking, there's a few fun ways I can go around it, like silver and gold. You know, I probably could have gone in on that. Like, Brute Tag Rex has a potential, like, I probably could have gone a better way around it, but at the end of the day, I actually got this whole, Jesus Christ, I'm slacking. But basically, guys, what I chose to do was basically, I have, like, at the time, I could see the full thing, but like, I had shouted rather around that I hadn't finished. I was missing an Ebony O'Dogon mantle and some border plate.
Oh, come on, we let them take the robot!
Now, between this week's worth of Monster Hunters, I was able to do that, which, in the hindsight, doesn't really seem that impressive. Guys, I will definitely say this week's Monster Hunter episodes aren't my worst content I've ever done, because I remember some of the content I used to, like, I remember some of the quest content I've put out, and why quest is what got me doing it. That is definitely the point where I'm like, yeah, I do not like the fact that I sound like a squeakiness, like a fucking squeaky child. Like, guys, I know it's not necessarily just me, like, almost, like, I've heard a few of Stampy doing videos, I've seen a few of SB737's early videos, and they both don't sound how they do just a few years later. And they both definitely don't sound like what they do now. And guys, years ago I remember saying, I'm pretty sure those videos tended to being prioritised because I did learn from another YouTuber's mistake of these like Jack Master Life or Jack Master Dolby, depending on which one you know them as. So he's like, I do regret deleting some videos instead of just prioritising. It's like, hold on, wait a minute. There were a few of the early quest episodes. At the end of the day, I was like, yeah, no. Like, I did not like how they turned out. And, guys, which I personally think is understandable, it's like, that was, like, literally some of my first, like, videos. It takes people some time to get used to it. And at that point in time, I wasn't, like, I didn't know what editing was. Like, I'd done the odd bit of editing before I went to college. But then when I went to college, I was asked, have you like, done anything? Like, I was like, I've done the odd bit of editing, like the odd bit of like videos. Like, I didn't say what for, but I was like, yeah, I've done the odd bit of video editing and all that. Which was technically true. I hate this ocean. Like, I really do. Also, guys, like most normal people, I decided to set myself a not completely reasonable thing of I have started watching My Hero from beginning to end, because I was going to once all the episodes had been dubbed, and they had, and I'm saying this now, the final episode didn't hit as hard as it did in the sub. Like, that was full on, like, Deku being, like, you know, Bakugo being, like, Deku. And in the sub, it's just, like, Deku, and it's like the same. It's like when you say something, when you think you're saying something's the same, but it's, like, how it's said, the impact.
No sweat. Just try again.
And I did not think the same through, actually. Maybe I did through, like, because, guys, through Season 7, I was barely keeping up with sub. The dub, even. I was watching sub because, basically, like I said, keeping up with the sub because it was coming out more week, like I was seeing new episodes on Twitter, and so frankly watching with subtitles wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Efficient design at work.
It was kind of annoying, but stealable. And I did that for the second half of Season 7, which meant I didn't see the full episodes in sub of Season 7 until I rewatched through the whole thing. Now, I've seen all the episodes in the dub for English, like the English version of Season 8, because I've watched them, and they weren't, like, but for Season 7 and for Season 2 of Death Up My Down, Season 2, I was definitely like, that's Season, why do I need to rewatch them? Like, granted, when I do eventually rewatch Dress Up My Down Season 1 and 2, I will eventually entertain them completely through the, like, sub, like, dub. I need to seriously stop confusing them.
No, they took the robot. I'll try a different approach.
But I have. Eventually, basically, like, a couple weeks after it came out, like, I was like, yeah, I probably should. But Season 7 for My Hero definitely felt like the case of, and for Dress Up and Down Season 2, it's like, why am I watching the same thing I saw a couple weeks ago, just that I'm fully understanding it now? Guys, I do not speak Japanese, I do not understand Japanese, I know the odd bit of Japanese because of the fact of watching a few animes and, you know, remembering a few key points. And at this point in time, I only remember the Kanburi, and that's just because the episode it was in, Rise of Yuki Midoriya, was such an impactful one. Like, it was such a case of that everyone just going, you can do it. It was so impactful. And I felt like the English wasn't that bad, but that wasn't that worse of a version. But I don't know if it's just a case of, like, the ending hit harder.
No, we're about to lose the lead.
But, like, I know, like, because, like, guys, basically in the final episode, they show Ares, who was a literal kid, and Coda, who was like, both kids. They show them both grown up. Both, like, we don't see Ares in Deku's class, but it probably wouldn't be that much of a speculation to see the fact of that she has got classes with Deku. Like, we don't fully see what she is like. We see what she's a bit, like, taller a bit, like, but we don't hear her speak. But we do hear code, and I get people's voices do change. Like, mine's changed a lot since I've started doing YouTube.
Enemy forward spawn room.
Like, mine's definitely got a bit more, I won't say deeper. Because mine used to be a lot more squeaky, which did kind of bug me, which I never noticed. And I seriously need to start speaking so fast. Guys, I don't know why I am willingly speaking fast, and I can't stop it. But the Coda speaks, and it's like Deku, and like, which one? Call this in Deku, he's not gonna care. He can still respond. Like, Deku's that one teacher that's not gonna be like, it's Mr. Aizawa to you. Like, Aizawa is the type of teacher who would be like, I'm your teacher, not your friend. You will give me the respect. You will call me Mr. Aizawa instead of going Eraserhead, which they were allowed to call him when they were out in the field. When they were out in the heroes, it was fine. Which is understandable. Aizawa didn't want them to be like, okay, he didn't want like the other heroes just treating them like students. He wanted them treating them as heroes, which they were. But like Coda was like Mr. Midoriya, and it's like I don't know. It's just a case of like Coda's grown up and his voice has changed, but like it just hit a bit different like compared to the Japanese. So I will say the Japanese did hit harder for the finale. We're not won yet. See guys, what I know is going to be funny is people are going to be like, Montana's got boring, so I can't wait for him to get right. I'll check out Rune, it'll be like, so guys, you see that really epic moment where, you know, I jump down, take my sword and slash it straight through Rune's skull and, you know, it kills him. I was just going to be like, wait, what? See guys, one reason why you should watch the last episode of Montana, there's a really cool moment in there where I basically, first attempt, I jump down, go for the tail strike, and it cuts off, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I'm hoping I kept the full case of me going, wait, that really worked? I was like, oh my god. And it's just like really cool. Victory. Hopefully. That was stressful. And
Play of the game.
they're both decent. Steve is pretty decent. Granted, my healing should have been a lot more.
Nerf this.
Or actually, square chat, Lucio barely was it. Like, I swear down here, like, I was like, okay, I'm not keeping up with Lucio. He's a primary healer, but I'm still not keeping up. And it's like, no, I was keeping them all enough. Now, guys, I'm not touching this rank again until after the new year, because I know for a fact the Wildland go on a losing streak. And I'd like to end in gold for the new year. But that doesn't mean comp's not, like, doesn't mean I can't do comp. Now, guys, I'm missing. How many games am I missing? 8, 10, 18. I'm missing 21 games between the 3 roles. Tank I've not done none yet, but like I was trying to get hours up on Reaper. Like this is like last week. Because I've got a couple of hours between him and Mercy. I'm still trying to get his numbers. Like, in a perfect world, I'd have Sigma's at 160, Reaper's at 150, and Mercy's at 130. Gives me like 20 hours to work with. But I do not live in a perfect world. Now, the annoying part is Diva's also starting to catch up on those hours, which means, A, I need to get Mercy's hours back up a little bit. B, I need to get Reaper's hours up a little bit. But I will say, I've started playing Diva again. Like, I basically did not play her for a good couple of weeks near the end. It might have been 2 or 3 weeks near the end of last season. I was like, am I going to really be ending the season not playing a single game of Diva? I did. Turns out it was more than fine to do it. And, you know, Kirika's also then catching, like, it's my top 3 I'm more fussed about, like. All of Briggs also starting to, like, get some decent. Like, then again, Briggs kind of I kind of want to take a more slower, more, like, brute force sort of approach. But, I mean, I need to play healer. The hero that I've barely spent any time on is Hazard. I don't hate him, it's just not my type of tank. He jumps around, he's like, oh, okay, like, it's sort of, like, similar to Doomfist. I sort of, like, dive into the battles and a lot. And, like, the only dive tanks that are in this game that I've played a decent bit of others are Winston. I started maining him a good while ago. I don't anymore. But that's because I may started playing a good bit of Sigma. It's like, okay, I need a backup tank. Diva I played a decent bit of. And guys, that was back when like there was like 4 of us, and we were trying to stick to our own categories, which for me I would then say would be at that time a point was Sigma and Reaper, and I didn't really have a support. I then go on to essentially say in Overwatch 2, say Kiriko. But back when Overwatch 2 came out, two out of the four of us, two of them, like, maybe was like, okay, I'll take. He's like, oh, I'll take Sojin and Kiriko. And the other mate was like, okay, I'll then take Ramattra when it comes out next season. And then, Jungle Queen. Guys, there were 4 heroes. Now, what eventually actually ended up happening was I ended up playing both Jungle Queen and Kiriko. I then ended up maining Kiriko. I then think another mate ended up maining a bit of Sojin. And then the other mate then carried on playing both. But I also think another mate then ended up playing Ramatra. So, but yeah. And the 2 games I did in DPS, guys, were losses. And I'm at bronze too. I've not won a single game in bronze in, like, damage. Yeah, I'm gonna be nice. It's been a while since I've done a stadium game, guys. I typically don't like playing stadium because it can turn into a case of, why are we still here? But it's not the worst thing in the world. Also, guys, anyone who's interested in, I'm a decent way through Pokemon into the A now. Like, my team's all in, like, the 50s, between, like, 50, level 50 and, like, 55, which typically, personally, my teams typically get to about 65 in mainline games, potentially 70. Because, like, the Elite Four and Champion are typically, 60 to 70. Typically. There are some lower, there are some higher.
First and foremost, the pre-game setup.
No, guys, the new characters in Stadium now are...
Now let's dive into the draft.
you got Doomfist, you've got Hazard, Jungle Queen's been in for a while, I think. So with Orisa and Zarya. Sigma's been in for a while, Reinhardt's been in a while. Farah, Ash, Loweslot have been in for a while.
The lineups are locked, and we're ready for one heck of a match. It's time for Stadium. First up, get ready for control.
Which is like Stadium is cool, which I'll get to in a second. So then you got the Venture's been in for us, Sojin I think is relatively new, Soldier's been, Genji and a lot of been.
Welcome to the armory. Now's the time for our teams to work out their strategies.
And you got gadgets and filter. Okay, so they're both. That makes sense. So, like, they have had a bunch of new heroes in Stadium. But, guys, typically the reason I don't play Stadium is, again, it is long. But, without going into all QCOM games, this is the only other option for comp. And, quite frankly,
Only 20 seconds remain before the
if you want to see me
begins.
play non-comp, not, like, you want to see me play, non-competitive, like, this type of game, but non-competitive, watch survival streams. You want to see the competitive side? Watch your Overwatch streams. It's just a case of, guys, like, I can get through about 3 games of comp. By the time it takes me to get through about 4 games of uncomp, of your standard, quick play. I'm hoping this doesn't turn into a case of both teams are still on holding now. But I say, annoying thing is I don't know where the enemy leader is. Turned out right in front of me. Although guys, I will say, from one side wise, I do actually plan to get a good bit done. Hopefully by the time I need to run by the time that I would normally record it. Which gives me a few days. Like I said, like the 2 episodes, like the first episode already came out yesterday, but the second episode this week it's already been recorded. That was recorded Sunday.
I'm not giving up.
No. Oh, I'm happy I didn't die from that. I'm gonna presume the mech took the hit. Also guys, if I had to choose between playing Stadium, where I have limited picks, or just normal Overwatch where I don't, and it's a lot more of a quicker pace, because even if you compare Stadium, you know, roll queue compared to normal comps, that's essentially 3 rounds. Control point, like a control point is you pushing the point, them defending, you pushing the point, them defending, you defending, them pushing. And if it's, and you know, Halo wise for that, and then control it, both compare, and it's the first to 2 rounds, it's the first to get 2 wins. Clash is the only thing that comes close to it, which is typically a case of the best of a 5. Like, you need 5 points and you can get 3 points from either person at like the enemy base. So but yeah, so like normal Stadium, where like the non-competitive Stadium mode, 5 rounds potentially. Yes, it could potentially be done, I think, in 3, which is just the same as a control map. The only difference is you see different maps and you play different game modes in between. And that's, you know, a case of a control map where both teams capture, you know, A or B, and you both teams need to get C. The Stadium side is one team dominating for the first 3 rounds. I said the worst case for comp of a control map. Best case is what I said to Stadium. Normal game modes are just quicker. Like, you play shrunken down versions of each map, but with most people being used to, okay, I've got, you know, a Reinhardt, okay, Brig, and then back them up like an Anna. Those 3 characters might potentially be available in Stadium. I don't know where the Brig is. I think Anna is. I don't know Reinhardt is, but you're always going to be able to essentially go and, you know, you need to be the character you need. Also, this is a case of where they dominate the first round, we dominate the second. Now, guys, there are very few times where it does get into a game where it's like, okay, can one of the teams just sort of, you know, win? Because, like, it seems like the map, when a map goes on for too long, it's like, Jesus Christ. And I say we're dominating, we caught the first point, they can still catch the second.
One life down, plenty more to go.
And they have caught the second.
They're falling back to objective B.
It's time.
Ah. Guys, was it a waste of an ult? Yes. Was it justified? 100%. Kazi was going to use his ult on me. I dropped mine on him. Except, mine went kaboom, his went bang bang. Mine's more deadlier.
The score is
Die.
some intense competition this round. Up next, let's push.
Nah, see guys, in this case, I'm hoping it's just a case of they've won the first 3 rounds, you're very unlikely to win the second and last 2.
It's time for the teams to consult their playbooks.
Also, one thing I do like about Stadium is the boosts do add up. Now, a Stadium with fun game mode, yes. Every so often.
The arena is ready and waiting.
And the other thing about Stadium is they don't keep up your kills, damage, your kills, the damage, you block, like how much damage you blocked, and like they don't keep your damage, your healing, your migates. Or like your kills, your deaths, or your assists. They don't keep none of that. Which on one hand, okay, fresh start per round. On the other hand, it's annoying sound. This guy's stream might be like if this does end right after this, and which I will literally just do a hide and seek, you know, the hide and seek game mode, just finish off stream. If stream does end up being short, then I apologise. Just I'm starting to feel ill. Like I'm not ill any such, you know, thing to say that I don't care whether I get banned, but to a point where I'm starting to like feel ill. Stupid Reapers. Which are always stupid unless I'm playing them.
One life down,
I was about to say, why is me saying and stand? Because, guys, yeah, the only other button you can essentially say, you know, and it's acknowledge, which I think is the only button that you can basically run and say, I acknowledge the fact you just said thank you. There was no really great button to basically just be like, you've read me, you've healed me, thank you, and I acknowledge the fact you've done a good job. I'd rather die to Juno than Cassidy's ult. Or McCree's ult. And guys, the reason they changed his name was for legal reasons. But, one, they should be naming characters after, you know, employees. Just because that is not happens so many ways. Two, he was called Glee Cassidy, he was called McCree for, you know, from 2016. I think it was changed in 2016. Okay, so Demon gets 10 max balance. I lose mine, but I don't die yet. Red lava right there to stop them from being able to touch it.
It's
Oh, poor Tina, that's welcome. The only thing about Stadium is, like, 9 times out of 10, you are just going to get your ult really quick. And it does basically just go based on how well you're performing.
Score 0-3.
What mercy rule. It's like guys, I get technically speaking, not doing the 4th match is not fair, technically speaking. But under the circumstances, like, if we won one round and, you know, doing the 4th just to see. But in this case, or even if it was more balanced, I would get them basically being like, okay, we need to do the 4th. But we've lost the first 3. What makes the game think we're going to come back and win the 4th? Is this a new map? Like, guys, all on, like, under most circumstances, if we'd won one, or, you know, it was really hard for them, I would get doing the 4th round. But something I would add to Stadium is a case of, if the enemy team, or if one team has won 3 points, the other team should basically be able to go and say, GG, well done, we vote to, you know, surrender. The game ends, the 4th round doesn't go on, and they get the 3 points. Because the enemy team, because the other one of the teams who had surrendered, it essentially gives them the 4 point fight going into the 4th round. Meaning it's impossible for, you know, the other team to come back and, you know, gain the additional, you know, win. But no, apparently the enemy team absolutely getting their ass, apparently a team getting their ass absolutely kicked, which we are. Doesn't mean Overwatch is like, yeah, we're gonna make it do it for longer. Does that look familiar? Is this literally supposed to be? Like, is this supposed to be the sort of Wild West thing where Ash and Cassidy meet up and like Cassidy's like, and Ash like, McCree? Because I don't think they ever did change it. To be fair guys, I'd be more than happy than bringing like this type of game mode into a normal game comp. There's already a push map. Have it see about the same lens and have it just be a case of one team's got to focus on what the team's going to focus on. And in a 5v5 situation, it's a lot more a case of, Okay, so we have... What do we do? Do we have 3 people going after them? Do we not have a few people going after them? Like, when you got a full team that can talk, you can be like, okay, Reaper Soldier, Reaper Sombra, sneak up behind them, deal with it. Reinhardt, stick to the fence, if you need to, go and help them. Kiriko, try and stay between and heal, and Mercy, focus on healing Reinhardt. Like, focus on healing Reinhardt. In that 5 vs 5 situation. But with the 6th player, say that 6th player is the Winston, it can be like, okay, like, I'm playing Winston, I'll go with, Sombra Reaper. Or I'll go with them, Kiriko comes to us. And, you split into 3 teams. Because, guys, back in the old days, it was a case of the enemy team are pushing too much. You sneak behind them. You focus on keeping, our defense up. You two focus on keeping them alive. Which usually revolved around a case of you need to defend. Mercy, stick that staff up Bastion's ass, don't you dare move. Everyone said keep those shields up. Oh no, you better have a nano boost ready. How? I was blocking my radius. Like guys, all fairness, this round shouldn't have happened. It did not need to happen. It is not proving nothing, it is literally just a flex round. If there had been more push from one of the teams, I would get it, but there hadn't. There wasn't. At some point, Overwatch does need to have common sense. There's been a bit of push because of this round from our team, but not enough to make too much of a difference. And that's only because of the nature of the round. Like I say, that 4th round did not need to happen. There should be a case of GG, you win, we back down. It was easy. Like,
Let's run this play back.
it was a Cassidy. I hate cocky people. Guys, I hate cocky people in Overwatch because they're like, generally, when it's not earned. I've more than once seen people be like, GG's easy, and it's like, dude, you almost got your asses kicked. You were lucky because the game decided to, pay you the favour when we were still on point. Like, honestly, guys, I've had people turn around and message in the chat being like, easy, when someone was still on point and the game's like, nah, the round's over, and the enemy team won because of it. Now, to end off the festive times, even though it's really not the festive times, gonna do a nice little 5v5 hide and seek. No, we need to just wait till the game loads us in. Which hopefully won't take half a year.
Time for mischief and magic.
Look, don't touch. Over here.
Over here.
Keep an I'm having
One night has fallen. Over here. 3 nights remain.
lonely in here.
Oh, that's got to hurt.
Don't touch.
Rest in peace.
And from looking at this, I will be getting chucked onto the side of the fight this next round. I will take that.
Oh, it's getting close. Who will win? One night has fallen.
Also, guys, anyone who's ever essentially wanted a fidget toy,
Look, don't touch.
just like a thing they can just have on their desk and just fidget with between waiting for rounds on Overwatch, in between sort of things. Transformers really do make great ones.
4, 3, 2, 1. Score 0-2.
Now I'm having fun.
And this is why I didn't do a couple additional game modes of comp.
Where could that rope be hiding? Your stun isn't available.
No.
Only 10 seconds left to find a spot.
Nope. I want something that can blend in, so a chest or something.
The chase begins. Alas, poor night. There are 4 nights left.
If I press the right button.
Huh. Lonely in here.
See, guys, this to me looks kind of obvious.
Hey there.
Just because, like, a barrel right next to a few of them that are sort of not even the right way.
That's got to hurt.
Now I'm having fun. Huh.
I'm gonna be cocky.
Lonely in here.
Caught one of the ropes. 3 ropes remain.
Yeah, I shouldn't have been. But like I say, guys, that was a case of, like, I was
Now
like,
I'm
is it
having fun.
just decent hiding spot?
Now I'm having fun.
While you're busy, Genji,
Hey there.
is it okay if I catch up on my reading? Just 1 chapter?
But yeah, guys, like I was saying earlier, basically, I was like, yeah, not watching anything long, because I want to basically be going to the new year and be like, fresh, I don't need to continue watching things from last
I
year.
should craft a rune of force. That rogue's a sneaky
I like to
one.
basically have sort of like a fresh start.
Lonely in here.
And so I was like, okay, not going to start watching My Hero season
I'm
1
having
through
fun.
8, beginning to end, now that's all out. That will probably end up getting watched probably halfway through January.
30 seconds
But
until
instead
I
I'm like, hold on, I've been hearing a lot about this super, like, I've seen the Superstore more than once over the years.
A night has fallen.
I was like, how many seasons? It's like, 6. It's like, that's fine. I've got like 6 days. I can get through a season per day. And I don't know whether I should be proud of the fact that I have, but I have.
Only
Lonely
10
in here.
seconds left. Will you make it? No. 5,
But like, guys, I have basically got through a season per day.
2, 1.
Why would you get cocky?
Score 1.
That's why you'd get cocky.
Over here. Oh, noble knight. Captured that rogue.
Hi.
Well, look, guys, why can't you have like your normal Genji, like Genjis and Kiriko skins? Like Kiriko, it'd make so much. It'd be nice.
Count starts in 10
Like,
seconds.
you're not going to be seen out as Kiriko. So having your skin sort of being able to blend in is not going to make a difference. And for Genji, why limit it to its Overwatch 2? Like, it's not even the case to limit them to their Overwatch 2 designs. It is literally a case of limiting them to a few specific designs. Damn it. I always forget there's another one of these out here, but like, it's like, oh, I could just plant one over here, it'd be perfectly fine, it's like. There's two of them around.
Rogue, found and caught. There are 4 rogues left.
Like, I also keep forgetting there's a literal case of that, like, down here. But from down here, it's like, what the fuck, like, what the hell it is, like. Also, guys, it's kind of a case of remembering, like, because once you get, like, say, a couple rounds into this,
3 rogues remain.
you're like, okay, so I know roughly what's what.
My mind has fallen. Over here. There are 4 knights left. Rogue, found and caught. Only 2 rogues left.
See, annoyingly, you've got to kind of be careful.
Oh, it's getting close. Who will win?
Like, I can't afford to. I'm not going to do any more slashes until I know.
I am defending. The dragon becomes me.
Only 10 seconds left. Hurry, find them. 5, 4, 3, 2. Jump back.
Now, guys, 3 minutes going to be shorter than normal, but again, it's just a case of not feeling 100%.
全场最佳。
I'm gonna presume that like it's like I want to presume that like somewhat related or at least know each other. Because guys, what you do often see like accounts with similar names. Because guys, there was someone on PlayStation who has a very similar gamer tag to me, except without the numbers. Like. Someone has cause my gamer tag comes from Xbox, and I never changed it when I started doing YouTube because at the time I didn't know how. And when it came to PlayStation, it's like I've had this for years. So at that point, it's like, yeah, I don't really want to get rid of it. It's not gonna be something good. It's just gonna be some random. Okay, that's a nice thing for the end of the year. Yeah, that's not too bad. No, that makes too much sense. So does that. But yes, guys, there won't be any, I say, new content. There will be content out, but there won't be till after the new year. It'll be like Thursday, Friday. And there will more than likely be a Friday stream. At the time, I have no idea whether I have, like, last couple weeks. Like, last week, I was in. Week before, I wasn't. Am I honestly expecting to get a random message on the second basically being like, so hey, you doing anything? And it's like, no, I'm free. Because technically I am, and it's just a case of streaming on Saturday. But yeah, so guys, everything is back to essentially, like, content-wise, everything's sort of back to normal. I'm not 100% saying yes, I'm not 100% saying no. Potentially what I'm potentially going to do is I'm going to start with Cayo Perico for GTA, but going over the heists and whatnot, and whether I consider them worth doing. Now, can I 100% go through each heist and play through them? No, because I would need a crew for the apartment. But I will cover them. I will briefly cover them all on that, and I will basically show myself going through Cayo Perico and going over what pros are, what the cons are, and whether it's still worth doing in 2026, because the video won't be out until then, and it won't be getting recorded until then. Now, guys, I'd love to turn around and say, no, the video will be out this week. No. It 100% won't be. It probably will be a... See, I don't want to say it'll be a part 1, part 2, but it will depend. Like, it 100% will depend. But yeah, guys, the video won't be out this week. It might more likely will end up getting recorded like next week. It's just a case of I don't fancy recording on New Year's Eve to New Year's Day, because guys, right now it's currently 11 o'clock UK time. I'm sometimes still recording until this time. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm still recording on Sunday until like 12 with Monster Hunter for Thursday's video. Some nights I am, some nights I'm not. But hope you've enjoyed today's stream, guys, and this is Tiger signing off, and I'll see you next time. Bye.